Hello and welcome to a brand new podcast that we have for you here on India Today. It's called Cricket Unfiltered. We were trying to do this podcast before the India-Pakistan game, but it's very tough to get hold of Rajdeep Sardesai. So we finally got some time with him. So we thought, okay, better late than never. What better occasion than on the eve of a final that India will be playing at the T20 World Cup. So here we are. Do send your love in terms of views, likes. We'd really appreciate that as we continue this journey. Hopefully, it'll be a long one, and this podcast will continue for months on from here, even after the World Cup is done. But Rajdeep, I mean, what a day to have our first episode. Narrow escape for India after that game that happened in your hometown of Mumbai. And I know that you had, little more than just India's pride associated with it. Personally, you had a lot of it riding. Do you want to know why? Yeah, I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
Because you put a tweet out one day saying that till when are we going to host games in Ahmedabad? It's an unlucky ground. Give games to my city, that is Mumbai. And you almost were on the verge where even Mumbai would have proved to be unlucky. We're glad we won. So as I said, it was personally also a lot at stake for you.
Absolutely. Nikhil, look, first of all, great to be on a cricket podcast. It's been a long time dream that I should know more cricket and less politics. It's just nicer. We can smile more. We can talk nicer things. And it fills us with a sense of hope and optimism in a way that politics and the wars around us don't. So it's good to have a war on the cricket field, if at all. But what a day. 499 runs scored in 40 overs. I mean, that is just incredible. It just shows the way T20 cricket is just a batsman's game more often than not. The wickets are so good. That ground in Mumbai is just so conducive to stroke play, to allowing you to just hit through the line. And if you get set like Samson did for India and Bethel for England, the sky's the limit. I mean, England would have chased 253 but for Jasprit Bumrah. Let's be very clear. 2 catches by Aksar made a huge difference, but Jasprit Bumrah is in a league of his own. Had he not been there, England would have chased down 253. And just to think about that 20 overs, I mean, there's this great graphic going that Australia won the World Cup in 1987.
Same score.
With 253 in 50 overs.
Yes.
And that was seen at that time as a good competitive score. Today, 20 overs, 253 runs. I mean, I was supposed to go for the game in Mumbai and I missed out a nice box seat because I had work. The war is on. But it's not the kind of game I really want to see. I mean, you want to hope that there is some battle between bat and ball. There wasn't. It was just stand up, deliver, and today's bats and batsmen are so assured playing this ramp shot and the shots that they play. It was a special innings by both Bethel and Samson. So I guess if you want to watch that kind of batting, it was good. But yeah, Mumbai has seen India lose games. It's not as if we haven't lost games in Mumbai.
Same World Cup, 87.
Same World Cup, 87. Gavaskar's last game, I think.
Yes. I spoke to him about it. I
what
said,
did he say?
your memory the last time India-England played a semi-final of a World Cup
Was 87.
Your last game. So you wouldn't have had happy memories. Are you happy today? Some sort of retribution.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but that hurt still remains. I mean, it can't be covered in any way with what India's done.
But
today.
those were different wickets also. If you see that wicket, of course, Graham Gooch won that match sweeping his way. But they were relatively low bound, slow, with a bit of turn. You don't get any of that in this T20 World Cup. I feel sorry for the spinners in particular. I mean, Varun Chakravarti is a good bowler, but you just have to get in line and hit through the line. And with the dew out there, the ball's coming on well, the spinners really got very little option. He might occasionally be able to trouble you in the flight, but it's not happening. It's not happening for spinners. It's not happening for medium pacers. You have to be a special bowler like Bumrah. I mean, that guy can bowl a slower one at 67 with virtually the same action, 67 miles per hour, and then do a faster one at 90. I mean, the first ball to Brook and that catch by Aksar, which was one big turning point. Bumrah, someone said, is the Bradman of. I was listening to a Instagram post of I think Bharat Sundaresan has a Instagram video that he does called The Final Word, and someone called him the Bradman of bowling. He's quite up there. I haven't. Do you recall Bumrah ever having had a bad day?
Yeah, he's had a few.
One or two.
Yeah, a few in the IPL international.
How many times has Bumrah gone for more than 45 runs?
No, rarely. I think the strength...
It'll be interesting to know how many times. I mean, maybe your data guys can find this out. How many times in 4 overs has Bumrah given more than 10 runs an over?
Yeah, rarely. It has happened, but not
Once
too
in
many.
a
Maybe
while.
you'll count it on your fingertips,
That's
I
right.
guess.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that his strength is exactly that. What I was saying, in this era of where you've got video analysts everywhere, and you gave an example of Varun Chakravarti. I think Varun, why I'm not even looking like really far back. He's right now the current T20I best bowler in terms of ranking, number 1. Till very recently, I was of the opinion that you have got 2 cheat codes in Bumrah and Varun Chakravarti. 2 of these bowlers, and you'll win the game. And he was doing it till halfway through this World Cup. Now what has happened suddenly, and it's not 1 game, it's now 4 games on the trot where he's been found out. A point is, in this day and age where you've got video analysis, where each team is looking at you so carefully and you get found out sooner or later. Here is a Jasprit Bumrah where you know what he's going to do. He's been around for a good 4-5 years. Everyone has seen his videos. Everyone has studied it. You know he's going to bowl that slower. Everything is known. Yet you can't execute against him. That is what makes him so special.
He's just phenomenal. And it's just not white ball, it's red ball. And I think he reads the mind of the batsman almost before the batsman can read Bumrah. Brook was a great example. First ball of your spell, Brook obviously looking for the big shot. It's power play. Jasprit Bumrah, last minute, sort of slows down the wrist. And you can't pick it. It's just too late to pick it. I mean, it's like facing one of those mystery spinners, not knowing, when is he going to bowl a faster one? When is he going to bowl a real rank turner? And at least with spinners, you had time. With Bumrah, you don't have the luxury of time. So his Yorker is with mathematical precision, and his slower one is a work of art. And I think as long as he's there, you'll win the T20 World Cup. You're effectively bowling 16 overs.
Yeah.
The other side is bowling 20 overs, you're bowling 16 overs, and no one comes close. In every other sport, you want some person. Who is the number 2 bowler in the world is what I ask. Please tell me. There may be lots of contenders for who is the second best T20 bowler. But there is Bumrah here and there's the rest here. I mean, this is like in sport, you had Edwin Moses, who'd win the 400 meters hurdles year after year, Jahangir Khan in squash. You have these once in a generation people who are just so dominant over that particular sport. Carl Lewis, when he did the long jump. But
Bubka in pole vault.
Bubka and pole vault. I think Jasprit Bumrah is actually in that league. And to think that an Indian fast bowler, I grew up in the 70s, 4 spinner dalte the yaar. The opening attack would be, after 2 overs, would be Bedi would come into bowl. And now you've got Jasprit Bumrah. I mean, that's, to my mind, the most transformational change in Indian cricket. Everything else be equal. The fact that we have fast bowlers as good and actually much better than anyone else in the world. Unthinkable. Unthinkable even 20 years ago? When poor old Kapil Dev bichare ek end se dalta rehta tha, you would have someone Manoj Prabhakar, Karsan Gavri, others, good bowlers. But this is now a world-class bowler, and around him, you've got a damn good constellation of fast bowlers. I mean, Mohammad Siraj is not playing, but he's terrific. Mohammad Shami was great. And who knows, this young guy, Nabi may get his opportunity.
No, Arshdeep is bowling.
Arshdeep is bowling very well.
He's the highest wicket taker.
I mean, I don't know whether Arshdeep is going to do it in Test cricket with red ball.
They haven't given him a go, actually. We don't know. He swings the ball. He has all the...
But what I like about Arshdeep, and I think the commentator said it the other day, that he's decided where to bowl, what works for him in T20 cricket. Bowl wide outside the off stump for a left-hander, bowl wide outside the off stump for a right-hander, force them to stretch them to hit him. And even if the odd ball is wide, I will still stick to it. Makes him a very effective bowler because he knows his game. And I think Hardik Pandya bowled much better than I've seen him in a long time. I mean, thoda jaan lagaya. Hardik Pandya ko, I think some cricketers like the idea that 50 or 40,000 people, who's that one's wife? Alia Bhatt is watching. and Nita Ambani is watching. Everybody's watching. He likes the idea. I almost think that every time he does something on the field, he's looking up. Nita Bhabhi, 1 crore aur add kar do. You know, I mean, I'm told he's paid a phenomenal amount, but he's special. Yeah, he's special. I think in a World Cup knockout, you need guys who revel under pressure. Hardik showed it in 2 years ago in Barbados, and I think he showed it in Mumbai as well. That yaar jaan hai, jigar hai. You know what we used to call on the Maidan, some cricketers were jigri cricketers. May not be as talented as you, but they had big hearts. And that's what you want in a big match, big-hearted players. I think Hardik's got it, and a lot of the Indian team has it. That's why I think we'll win this tournament. I think we know how to handle pressure.
I think what also made it very easy for Hardik is if you had a Jasprit Bumrah bowl,
Absolutely.
you know, the 16th over for 8 runs and then the 18th over for 6 runs. After that, you know, imagine he's defending 40 in 2 overs, and so he can bowl that over. If he's defending 10 and over, it's a different ball game even for Hardik Pandya.
No, but remember, and you were there, World Cup final 2
Barbados.
years ago.
Yeah.
31 runs of 30 balls.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be winning it 9.9 times out of 10 with Klaasen batting.
Yeah.
And what does Hardik do? Takes a bit of a break. Rishabh and he have a
It's
conversation.
Rishabh Pant who does the play.
They keep Klaasen waiting, and then he bowls a wide ball outside the off stump. Klaasen chases it. And the next thing you know, Bumrah is coming to bowl over number 17, 19, match over. I mean, you know, so Hardik's done it before. I think these are the two guys actually who have the X factor. I know Samson's done well. He's got a bit of the X factor, but he's a touch player. He can look terrible when he's out of form, as he did, but he can look wonderful when he's in form. The guy who's most excited with Samson is Shashi Tharoor. I asked him for an interview today. So he said, I'm very tired, busy, this, that. I said, come on, Shashi, this is a week where Thiruvananthapuram is on the cricket map. Sanju Samson done so well. Suddenly the conversation lightened up and he said, okay, I'll try and make it to your show. So I think Sanju Samson has become the ultimate Keralam hero. You know, every Keralite is only talking. I mean, the guys on the desk who are from Keralam are now seeing Sanju Samson as the greatest thing that's happened since since Payasam or whatever they like in Kerala.
Since you're one for coincidence and stats, we had one of our viewers in our daily podcast that we do on Sports Today. And he said that, you know, look at this, that every time you've got a player from Kerala in the World Cup squad, you've won the World Cup. And so 83 you had Valsan, okay, from Delhi, but you know, Mallu. 7 you had Sri Sant. 11 you had Sri Sant. And then now 2024 you had Sanju Samson. Didn't play, but he was part of the team. Saying, yeah. So while there were there were players from Mumbai also, they were players from Delhi in all these World Cups. But it's like, you've also had those players and lost a World Cup. Every time there's a player from Kerala, you have to win.
You know, that's an interesting point because you can't have a hospital in India without a Mallu. You can't have a newsroom in India without a Mallu. Yeah. And probably you most certainly, you're
now
right.
You can't
have a successful cricket team without a Mallu. I mean, Srishant was quite Srishant was one of the heroes of that World Cup victory.
100%.
You know, he had a lovely natural seam movement and the ability to swing and swing the ball and seam and swing the ball, and it's just unfortunate that his career went the wrong way. Samson's the other way around. I mean, he's been around for the longest time and never really been a permanent fixture. When I first saw him, I thought he was terrific. And then he never really made it into the team. A lot of competition, not easy. But I'll tell you a story. Samson's coach of sorts, because he's had different coaches, Zubin Barucha, is someone I played a lot of cricket with in Bombay. Wonderful guy. One of the last Parsis to have played cricket at a half decent level, played for Bombay. And Zubin worked with Rajasthan Royals for more than a decade. He's the one who told me about Sanju Samson for the first time. Watch him, he's special. And just about a month or two ago, he worked with Sanju in Thiruvananthapuram. Yeah. He's worked with Yashasvi Jaiswal and he's worked with Sanju. And Zubin has, I think, made a lot of difference to these guys. What Sanju does now, I think he's still on the back foot most of the time, but he has that extra second, which, you know, players with special gifts have, to wait to see whether it's a slow or faster ball. So he knows whether to hit within the line, through the line, or pull. Those are his two shots. and Archer was just within his arc yesterday. And he, but for that drop catch, when Harry Brook dropped the World Cup, you could argue. I think Sanju Samson is very, very special. And it's a year where you've seen a Keralam boy, take us to the final, and a year where Kashmir has won the Ranji Trophy. I mean, I don't think you could have imagined this also 20 years ago कि Kerala का player तुमको World Cup जिताएगा. They may have been in the squad, but they were not.
Srishant, you said.
Yeah, but I mean, Srishant was one of the players. Yeah. Sanju is up there. He's man of the match, 2 matches in a row in your 2 knockout matches. And Nabi has just taken the domestic cricket by storm. So you've got, Kashmir to Kashmir to Kerala. Cricket's doing fantastic.
I think Sanju could very well be the player of the tournament as well if he gets another match winning.
If he gets another match, absolutely.
Yeah, if he gets another man of the match, he's of course the player of the tournament. But more than that, I think you spoke about Sanju Samson, the stroke maker, or the one who would always have that extra half a second and strokes. I think he's also evolved. I think he's also changed. What's really changed is that game awareness, because for me, Sanju used to be that player. Once he's in form and he's seeing the ball like a football, he just wouldn't stop. He'll keep attacking and get you those hundreds. I think what I've seen now is that, and we saw that in the game yesterday, there was a moment where Dubey and him is sharing a partnership, and there's Adil Rashid bowling, and the plan is that Dubey goes for Adil Rashid, Sanju comes on strike. The old Sanju would be like, doesn't matter, I'm on 50, I am on flow, I'll hit Adil and I'll hit the fast bowler. But he was taking singles. He was actually taking singles, knowing fully well, okay, let Dubey do his job. I'll take my score higher, which is what Sanju would not do previously. And Archer, he was actually averaging about 11 against Archer before this game. I thought that is going to be his Waterloo. But he took special liking towards Archer.
But think how the world changes. 1 month before, a month ago when this tournament started, Nikhil Naz and everyone on Sports Today and everyone on every sports channel had Abhishek Sharma in mind. Abhishek Sharma, all kind, all the chatter was around Abhishek Sharma, how he's the 21st century millennium player, what he does to bowlers in the power play. Sanju Samson was not even didn't even start in the team. He got 1 or 2 matches against USA, against one of the smaller teams. And then you lost to South Africa. You decided to make certain changes. Rinku Singh's father falls ill. He's not playing. Sanju gets his chance. And the rest is history. Out of such moments are, the life, Sanju's life could have been very different today. Yeah. He could have just been on the margins if Abhishek was getting runs or Rinku was getting runs, or Rinku didn't have to drop out of the game. But that's life. It's a great life story. You're down and out. You have had 11 years in and around the Indian team. It could be the end of the road. Suddenly you're the star of India, and obviously your talent has had a huge part to play. But luck, Harry Brook is probably the best, if not one of the best fielders in the world in terms of as a catcher. I've seen him take some incredible catches, and he drops a dolly. The only catch that I would have taken that day. All the other catches, मैं तो बहुत बुरा fielder था, but that catch I think I might have just taken. Now you drop a catch like that, and the guy goes and scores. He was, I think, 15. Goes and scores 89, changes the game.
But there must be occasions where stunners were taken when Sanju is batting like a dream. It just evens out. Boss, right? Drop catches are part and parcel of the game.
Boss, the story that I keep telling about drop catches is your dear friend Gavaskar. First series of Gavaskar dropped about half a dozen times when he was just starting his innings. 4 of those drops were Gary Sobers. Unarguably one of the best fielders in the world. Not even, nobody will, arguably the greatest player of his generation, but also one of the best fielders in the world.
Maybe all time.
Gary dropped him 4 times. Gavaskar went on each time to score either 100 or 200. Suddenly Gavaskar was the toast of the town. Had Gavaskar been, and look at how luck is. First test, Gavaskar was unwell. This is 1971.
He missed the first test.
He missed the first test. Kenya Jayantilal, my old friend, was opening for India. On a slightly damp wicket, plays forward. Gary Sobers picks up the most wonderful, brilliant slip catch. Jayantilal out for a single figure score. Never played for India again. Gavaskar came for the second test. Gavaskar dropped either at 0, 2, 10, 2, 3 times, goes 60, 60 karke. Gavaskar would have become a great any case. All I'm saying is first series may not have been as phenomenal as it was. Jayantilal may have come back for the third test. That in those days you failed in one test, you were dropped. Just think, luck plays a huge role in our lives.
100%.
यार कौन कहाँ आ जाए मैं ये टीवी में कैसे घुस गया I was a print journalist. I had no reason. वो प्रणय रॉय ने एक चैनल शुरू कर दिया. Next thing you know, you're on TV. I mean, that's life. And I remember people telling me, my old print friends, when I was leaving Times of India to join, अरे what are you doing TV? ये तो what? There's no future in it, boss. There is no future. No one will join TV. You're a nice Times of India, India's biggest newspaper.
And they'd look down upon
Yeah,
TV.
that's why when young kids come and tell me, we are doing this digital thing, I keep saying, do it, because it's the future. So, just as I embrace the future and I had a bit of luck, sure, they will have luck. But going back to cricket, I mean, luck plays a huge role. Suddenly we are talking about it. India may not have been, I think, if we were 20 for 2, if Sanju was out, I think we would have lost the match. Because I don't think Surya Kumar Yadav and all would have been able to play with the kind of abandon that they came in. Shivam Dube, great against spin, would have struggled against the pace. Archer would have suddenly had an extra josh in him. He would then bowl 3 overs of the power play as he's been doing. That's how games change.
But I have a counter theory to that. I believe that if, let's say, Sanju got out early, I think India, the general consensus, India gets to 220, 230 and India lose because England chase it down. 253 is a bridge too far. My counter theory is, I think if India got somewhere around 220, 230, England would have felt the pressure.
They would have played differently.
Yeah, they would have played differently because it's a gettable target and that's where the chase pressure comes in. Look at Jacob Bethel, the way he batted. Couldn't care less because if he got out playing a airy-fairy shot, you'd accept it. They just kept going at it because it would have been acceptable to play an aggressive stroke, get out. I mean, look at what like Abhishek hit 2 boundaries, then gets out. And the common criticism is, come on, you got 2 boundaries of that over. Why did you have to play that stroke? Had you been chasing 250, it would have been okay. You have to go for it. So but that also changed.
No, but Abhishek Sharma's story is the story of life, no? Everybody's facilitating you. Just a couple of months ago, I was at some DP World event. He's the DP World ambassador. Everyone wanted his autograph. Everyone saying, my God, you're the next big thing. And suddenly, we're not sure whether he plays the final or not. I mean, I think he should at the end of the day. Once you've played him all the way here, you don't change.
You'd play him?
I would play him. I'm a great fan of Kuldeep Yadav. I've always believed that Kuldeep Yadav has a bit of an X factor when he's bowling well. Now I think it may be too late to change a winning combination, but that would have been the only possible change I would do for the final. Maybe put him if Varun is really struggling. But as you said, he's the best bowler in the world. What do you do?
He's ranked.
He's ranked. ये ranking छोड़ो यार, ये ranking सब बकवास है. कौन ranking में क्या है?
Forget the ranking. What do you make of the player of the match award? I mean, taking nothing away from Sanju Samson, played a brilliant inning. The point is that shouldn't you be taking into consideration the conditions? As you said, belter of a track. He gets 89, amazing inning. But you had another guy in Jacob Bethel who actually betters him in terms of the best knock of the day. Right. So which is telling you that that's easy to do. But on that pitch, where even amazing bowlers like Jofra Archer, Adil Rashid, Sam Curran, all of them I rate very highly, are like lambs to slaughter. In fact, an Arshdeep Singh or a Varun Chakravarti, number 1 ranked bowler, everyone like lambs to slaughter. Therein, Bumrah does that kind of performance. When are we going to stop looking at these numbers like highest run getter will get it? Or
batsman's game. Nikhil, that's why people, ये batsman का game है, batsman run करता है. It's like a goal scorer in football.
How about Aksar?
How many times in football, I keep looking at, I'm a great EPL fan. How many times do we give the defenders a man of the match? Rarely. And I mean, eventually, if Arsenal, for example, win the EPL this year, they're going to win because they have the best backline. They're not winning because of their forwards. They're not necessarily scoring 4-0, 5-0. They're winning a lot of games 1-0, but they're winning 0. I mean, the backline wins you a EPL. Similarly, I believe big tournaments are won by your bowlers. We won 2024 T20 because of those overs that Bumrah bowled at the end. We won yesterday, you're quite right, because of the way Bumrah bowled again. Yeah, but there's a bias, yaar. I mean, the old guys used to, the old reason, जब Raja Maharaja हुआ करते थे, most Indians didn't like the idea of bowling. So most, they wanted to bat. The bowling was left to some Punjab ka putter, like Lala Amarnath बेचारा सुबह से शाम bowling करता है, मारा जाओ पटियाला अपने बूट लेके थोड़ी बैटिंग करके फिर टेंट में जाकर बैठ जाता है. I mean, all your great Maharajas who played for India, terrific players like Ranji, Duleep, all batsmen. The bowlers were बेचारे Dattu Phadkar, Lala Amarnath, Subha Sham in the sun. Poor Kapil Dev used to tell me. He said, yaar, sab log to for a long time used to give credit only to batsmen till he arrived eventually and realized that there is space for bowlers also. So bowling is bowlers don't get that due. That's why I liked it when someone called Bumrah the Bradman of bowling, because all the talk of, even in cricket, the greatest cricketer, everyone says Bradman. Yes, 99.94, amazing. But when it comes to, why not a bowler?
Yeah, Shane Warne. Many think is the greatest cricketer ever.
I mean, why not Shane Warne? Or why not even, Wasim Akram is to my mind the greatest Pakistani cricketer, certainly. He and Imran. He and Imran would compete for that. Or Imran for his overall presence. But Wasim Akram, you don't bring, I don't think Zahir Abbas, Javed Miandad, the Inzamams should qualify. Even if you tell me who's the greatest Indian cricketer, 20th century Kapil Dev, in my view. Greatest Indian cricketer, 20th century, Kapil Dev. I know Gavaskar did. Gavaskar is a phenomenon in what he achieved, showed how to play fast bowling. But I just think Kapil Dev doing what he did in India on Indian wickets, day after day, never missed a test match, barring that one he was dropped on Indian wickets. And those were dead tracks. Greatest 20th century, 21st century, I used to think Virat Kohli. But now I think Jasprit Bumrah. I actually think Jasprit Bumrah we've only had a quarter of the century over, but there hasn't been a cricketer.
You haven't
like this.
picked the greatest Indian cricketer of all time. You haven't.
Sachin.
Yeah. 20th or 21st.
So he crosses the...
Yeah, exactly.
He crosses the 20th and 21st century. Look, Sachin Tendulkar, yes, but I'm putting... this is again the batsman. I look, hundreds.
Sachin Tendulkar, the bowler, Sachin Tendulkar, the fielder.
Sachin Tendulkar, amazing. I mean, prodigy, everything. Maybe there's a recency bias when I use Bumrah's name, but Bumrah is up there. Let's put it this way.
Sure.
If I had to choose top 5, let's choose our top 5 Indian cricketers of all time. Kapil, on impact.
Gavaskar,
Kapil, Tendulkar, Virat / Dhoni and Bumrah.
You missed another big name.
Since I've been watching cricket, 1971.
I think he's very underrated.
Dravid.
No, Anil Kumble. If you ask players of the ones that played with him, they'll say probably of that generation, the biggest match winner you had. Very underrated. Very underrated.
You're now asking me to expand the list to 10. So then we'll include Kumble, we'll have Dravid.
No, not 10. I'll probably put Kumble in my 5.
Yeah, you put Kumble in your 5. Who would be the other 4?
Gavaskar, Kapil. Tendulkar.
Gavaskar, Kapil, Tendulkar.
Yeah, and then Kumble and
Kohli.
Virat. That's it.
No Dhoni.
Test cricket. In test matches, how can you ignore what you do in test matches? Rishabh Pant's already surpassed Dhoni in test match cricket.
No, so are we using test match
as a
cricket as the barometer?
Everything.
I'm just saying impact.
Everything.
I think Dhoni's had a greater impact.
Sure.
I mean, there
is a point there.
I think what Dhoni did is that he's the ultimate small town hero.
Yes.
And I think that's transformed Indian cricket like nothing else. Kapil Dev did it when he first broke the monopoly of Mumbai and the big cities over the sport. And now you've had, Dhoni set a revolution. So, but we are digressing. But I still think the best moment at the Wankhede will be Dhoni's 6. That 6, Ravi, I keep telling Ravi, you can do all the commentary you want. You will go down for that one piece of commentary of the 6 of Dhoni has established given Ravi Shastri a stand in his name. He's got a stand which is going to be soon inaugurated at the press box. In fact, I'm very privileged. My father's getting a gate named after him, and Solkar's getting a gate. Diana Edulji, my father, there's already Polly Umbrigar, Vinu Mankat gates. Mumbai has got so many great players. Vengsakar stand, Wadekar stand, Gavaskar stand, Merchant stand, and now you'll have a Shastri stand. There are 3 politicians who also have stand named after them. That I'm not so sure. I don't think stand should be named. As it is
You have stadiums.
Stadium bhi Wankhede hai. Wankhede used to be a former speaker of the Maharashtra Assembly. You know how he got the name, na? वो land उसने मिला दिया. He managed to get the land in where the Wankhede Stadium was built. उसको नाम उसके ऊपर कर दिया. Sharad Pawar was Mumbai Cricket Association president for years. ICC एक stand उसके नाम पे. एक बाल ठाकरे के नाम पे press enclosure. Now the same Bal Thakre's Shiv Sainiks had dug up the Wankhede pitch.
the pitch.
Lekin फिर भी Bal Thakre press enclosure. So while I think it should be only after cricketers, but yeah, I'll be very happy that I'm hoping that I can go for the inauguration of my dad's gate and Ravi Shastri's stand. That'll be nice.
You're in the city where the cricket ground's named after a politician as well.
Arun Jaitley named here, but Chinnaswamy, Bangalore, he was an administrator more than a politician. Ahmedabad, Narendra Modi ji. I hope that we win because again then there'll be questions why are we holding finals in Ahmedabad? Why not in Mumbai? Where are we won the World Cup 2011 in Mumbai. That's the only time we won a World Cup in India. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. That's so this will be a historic moment if we win at the Narendra Modi Stadium.
That brings me to the next question. What's happening in the finals?
India's winning. I mean, I just think the momentum will take us there. I mean, this team knows how to handle pressure. World Cup finals are pressure. I don't think New Zealand, I know they had a great game against South Africa. I actually think South Africa were a better side, more dangerous batsmen like Brevis and a couple of others. New Zealand does though tick a few boxes that are important in big games. I think in Santner they have a very, very fine captain and bowler. Those two openers will be their key. I mean, Finn Allen played an innings for a lifetime, but he only played once. I don't think he's capable of
knock
playing.
of the tournament, without doubt.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play it twice. So I think that gives us a huge edge. And I think it makes a huge difference in T20. If your openers don't get a start, then it makes a difference. It makes a difference to your fortunes. Is there any New Zealand player I would fear? I think only Finn Allen and Glenn Phillips. These are the two guys who could score that 40 ball, 80 or 90, who can take a game away from you. Daryl Mitchell, fine player again, but I'm not sure whether he can do the 40 ball 90. You need a 40 ball 90. We've got 3 or 4 who can do that. But our focus also will be the top 3. We cannot have, and they've got a good bowler in Matt Henry, who I think is a very, very clever bowler and knows how to bowl in. And I think the one advantage New Zealand has had, they've spent so much of time playing in India in the last 2-3 months. So they are very used to our conditions, but I still think we'll outgun them. If Abhishek won't get you, Samson will. If Samson won't get you, Ishan will. If Ishan won't get you, Shivam will. If Shivam won't get you, Hardik will. I mean, we are a bit of a team like that. And then there's Bumrah, of course. I can't see us losing.
That is if Abhishek does play. I know maybe they might.
Are you saying he could be dropped?
No, I mean that was
Would you drop him?
I would have dropped him in the semis. I'll tell you why. It's got nothing. I'm always the one for continuity. You should always back your players. But the fact is that he doesn't pass the eye test. You can get out trying to play, high risk cricket, which he does, and it's okay. Trying to hit a 6, you get out. But he looked those 2 drop catches. Just tells me he's not there. Mentally, he's not there. Then he got out, not looking his usual self in that West Indies game, like a cat on a hot tin roof. That's not the Abhishek that we're used to. Then look at that game in the semi-final. He knows every team has one plan for him, those 2 fielders outside. And out of all the fielders that you have, you'll find that particular fielder. It's telling me that that game awareness is not there. It's muddled thinking. He's not in the moment. So if I can have a slightly better option of having like Sanju and Ishan open, and if I can get in a Rinku, it just makes my team a bit stronger. Nothing against Abhishek. I think he'll have a great future.
Rinku at number 8.
No, Rinku will come. Number 8 is Akshar Patel. Na? Everything goes up. Everyone goes up. Now Tilak then goes to 3 and Sky then goes. And Rinku plays at 6, 7, wherever you want him to do.
No, that's possible. But
I would have gone with him had he been his usual self and not getting runs. That's fine. He could be the Virat Kohli of 2024. That's fine. But just not been himself. And I'd rather go with my best team. That's why.
He's the kind of player who's not going to grind it out to 50 or 40 balls. Wo aise hi khelega.
No.
When he gets going, he will win you matches still. But you're right. He's had and players like that. Again, a bit like Samson. When they're not in form, they just don't look good. Because the tuning वो tuning होती है ना. There's some batsmen who live on tuning. Some like Gavaskar just lived on technique. So they knew how to get out of a bad patch.
Yeah.
But these touch players or these hard-hitting stroke players sometimes find it difficult to get out of a tough patch. Plus, bowlers find you out. I think they know where to bowl now to Abhishek. Often they bring in the off spinner early, force him to play out sort of over the top. They've got a deep mid wicket or a deep cover, so his options of hitting over also get limited, or he hits them. If he has luck, it'll go just past them, but he's finding the fielders. So it's but I still think Nikhil, I will be very surprised if India loses. In fact, I think we'll win comfortably. I think semi-finals are always more difficult than finals. I know we lost last time in Ahmedabad in 23, but that was a very good Australian side at the end of the day, very experienced. New Zealand, a few power pack players, but you think you don't see, you seem to be
No.
supporting New
I'll tell you
Zealand.
what. No, I'll tell you. I once
think New
bitten,
Zealand has a good
once bitten,
chance?
twice shy. I was there in 2019. We weren't even talking about the semi-final, that World Cup. I was final. India is playing the final. Everyone forgot about the semi-final. Came up against a New Zealand-inspired New Zealand team. Half hour they packed you up.
Yeah, but that was
You're done. I know conditions were different. Everything was different. I'm not. I agree with you. India start as the favorites, but I'm just saying that New Zealand
Overwhelming favourites.
are always they're greater than the sum of their parts. That's the kind of team. On that day, they always put their best foot forward. I don't think they're a team that will collapse under pressure. They're a team that will play well. I agree. India hold all the aces.
Weren't they the number one T20 team till a little while ago? New Zealand?
No,
till about
India were.
5 months ago, till about 5-6 months ago,
Again,
sometime last year.
those ratings.
Since you're throughout your rankings, they've had a good T20. They beat England in the T20s at home. They've beaten a lot of sides. I just get the sense that do they have the firepower?
No, they don't. But I tell you how they can win is if India then do what they've been doing in Ahmedabad. 2023, you played on that black soil pitch. Again, you did the same with South Africa, which the game you lost. You prepared a dicey pitch, a dry pitch. Your best chance is you prepare a pata pitch like you got in Eden. But you don't do it. No, you've not done it in the last two
it's not
matches.
going to happen?
No, I hope it happens.
Is it black soil again?
I hope they don't, because they've got red and black. They've got a mixed soil pitch as
Please
well.
ensure, Jai Shah, Jai Bhai, please ensure Nikhil Naz is saying black soil pitch mat karo, tame red soil kari lo. Red soil pitch
Belter of a track. Because man to man, you are a better batting unit, as you showed against West Indies, as you showed against England in the semi-final. If they score 200, you'll score 210. So I think that if they don't do it, okay, finally, before we wind up, are you... I mean, I don't know. That is also your city. Mumbai is your city. Ahmedabad is your city. Goa is your... That's what I'm saying. So you claim every city as yours. So
but
you should go for the final.
I haven't gone. No, I Narendra Modi Stadium, I haven't gone as yet. I'm told it's...
Why?
No, I just haven't had the...
You didn't have the opportunity, or is it a conscious effort you don't want to?
No, nothing like that. I find watching matches in Indian grounds more and more tedious.
You don't say that about Wankhede. Wankhede you wanted to...
वो मेरा दोस्त सब होता है मेरे साथ. नहीं तो वाटर बॉटल नहीं ले जा सकता है, ये नहीं ले जा सकता है, वो नहीं ले जा सकता है. अपना कुर्सी पे बैठो, the kursi is not proper. Boss,
Parking
if you want to watch cricket, go to Australia, एक beer रखो, enjoy. From fish and chips are coming.
Every country, right? New Zealand, Australia, South Africa, Sri Lanka.
Superb. You can go in short pants. यहाँ सब लोग you have to dress properly. कौन जाएगा इधर गर्दी में? You're squashed like sardines. Indian grounds, boss. Much better to watch on TV. Have my drink next to me, rum and coke. Beto, if India wins, I'll feel good. If India doesn't win, I'll also be okay. T20 does not affect me. That's
you'll get hospitality stand. Ajay, in Ahmedabad you still can't have.
नहीं Ahmedabad मेरे को hospitality नहीं मिलता है. मुंबई में मिलता है. Wankhede I get hospitality, but hospitality में भी कुछ. My friends were more excited. Boss, next to me is that some actress was there. I'm forgetting her name. Then Varun Dhawan was there. Anil Kapoor hai. I said, boss, have you gone all the way to Wankhede to meet Varun Dhawan, or have you gone to watch cricket?
Watch the match.
Now, this is my other problem. Crowds now who come in, it's a mix of jingoism. India karke, and none of them are an entertainment. They are not really interested in the game. Gavaskar made a good point yesterday.
Yeah, about the DJ.
No, in the middle of an over, I saw this. I went to see a World Cup 23 match with my nephew. I took him here in Delhi, in England, Afghanistan. Middle of the over, DJ saying, come on, come on. Hey, I'm a batsman. Bowler is coming. DJ must shut his mouth for 6 balls.
Yeah,
He can speak between overs. It's a terrible thing. And I'm glad Gavaskar said it. DJs are not, this entertainment quotient which is there is overdose of it and overdose of this national India. I don't know. If whoever plays well, I appreciate it. That's why I like to, in fact, occasionally go and watch matches where India is not there.
Yeah.
Then, otherwise you have some lady next to you screaming, sir, you're not shouting. We're shouting. I'm not here to shout for India. I'm here to, that India
enjoy the sport.
Without shouting all the time. Yeah,
I agree.
Australia mein jaake मजाक करो, बैठो. England में तो even better. Beer starts at 10:30 in these countries. Whole day, by the evening, you're done. That's the way to be.
I agree. Even Sri Lanka is an amazing place. Any
all
country
good,
other
all
than
good.
India.
We are the best cricket team in the world. Our stadia need to improve in terms of offering a wider variety of stuff for fans. Here, long line, एक चिपनिक्स का पैकेट, वो क्या है, chips का पैकेट.
You know what
लेने के
happened
लिए
was
long line.
Firozshah Kotla, now Arun Jaitley Stadium, last match. There were videos that went viral.
Terrible stadium.
Did you see that? What? So the same, they have these 2-liter bottles of soft drink, right? So whatever little was remaining in glasses, they were pouring it back in that 2-liter bottle. Somebody filmed that.
Terrible.
Next match, they'll serve that same thing.
No, I took my little nephew, poor fellow, water bottle. No, you cannot take water bottle. I said, water bottle you cannot take to a ground? Then, I mean, the little boys...
Because people will take drinks now with that. Colorless liquids.
Look, I think we need
to be careful.
So I'm not going to see the match. I will watch it on TV. And I'll probably watch the second innings because I've realized a bit like basketball. It's the last bit of
last quarter
of a T20 match that's the enjoyable one. I hope it's a close match. Whoever wins, I hope it's a close match. I hope India wins because I think we are the best team in the world. But I would be happy if New Zealand won. They've never won a white ball ICC. They've kept going to finals. And
Champions Trophy. They won one champion.
They won, one Champions Trophy. Chris Cairns got runs. But I think what I like about them is that they are the good guys of cricket. I've never met a New Zealander who isn't always,
the current bunch of New Zealand players are good
always
guys.
been nice
No,
guys.
you have to ask players in the 90s. That team, Adam Parore, Nash and Macmillan, they were the biggest sledgers on the planet. No one wanted to play.
My dad used to tell me he enjoyed playing New Zealand because they were really nice guys. They were not as good as they are today. They were then, but they were really nice. The Australians can be rough. The New Zealanders are not rough. It's like the difference between a Kiwi and a kangaroo. So I'm a Kiwi, he's a kangaroo.
Okay, on that note, we'll take your leave. We're completely out of time, but thank you so much. If you watched our podcast till now, do give us a like on the video. We'll really appreciate that. Share it with your friends as well who may have an opinion or two about cricket. And
no politics. I don't want any political, why aren't you going to Narendra Modi Stadium? None of that. I don't want to be trolled by you guys. Be careful.
Yeah, keep it down to cricket. You can troll him about cricket.
You can troll me about all the cricket you want. Yes.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye, guys.